been thinking about that GI Bill, Sarge. I'm gonna enroll in school and stash the cash on Easy Street. You know where Easy Street is, don't you? It's where I'm gonna be strolling with a fine lady on my arm, Sarge.
We are talking The Short Timer, episode 18 of season 1 of Tour of Duty. This one is directed by Bill Duke, and if you're thinking that name sounds familiar, he's actually a relatively well-known actor who you may know from the likes of Predator and Commando. Now this one focuses on Taylor, who has come to the end of his initial tour. Now in the series, he was actually a kind of a conscript. He was caught doing a crime and had to serve in Vietnam or go to jail. So he served in Vietnam and he has come to the end of his tour. Now, he's initially kind of excited to try and kind of go back home, but then he starts to think about it a little bit more, and maybe the prospects at home aren't quite as good as he maybe thought they would be. He's also courted by a kind of a re-recruitment officer, and played by Marshall Bell, and he is another sergeant who tries to talk Taylor into re-upping. Now Taylor is a little conflicted and decides that maybe he doesn't want to leave the war after all, purely because he feels like he has the brotherhood of his fellow troops. So first of all, what works with this particular episode? I think the theme of this episode is the brotherhood that is, and the bond that you would get between soldiers. Is maybe sort of unlike any other kind of workplace environment, co-worker type. I know that sounds like disingenuous to a degree, but obviously these people who, you know, whose life that you're in their hands, you're obviously going to build up a lot stronger bond with than really any type of other work, I would imagine. And I think this particular episode is really testament to that, because Taylor, you know, he feels like he's leaving his family, to quote him from this actual episode. And it's a very powerful message, and I thought it was very well done. Also, I've got to say, this is quite a funny episode. Taylor has some great lines in this, you know, talking about, you know, when he's going to get home and what he's going to do, and his initial excitement and everything like that. But it's also quite touching as well. Just very quiet moments when Taylor's kind of like handing his gun back, and he almost feels like he's giving away part of him, and that he's something you know, that saved his life, obviously a good many times here. There's also some great moments from some of the other characters as well. Zeke, when he's sort of squaring up to Marshall Bell's kind of other sergeant, the recruitment sergeant, things like that are quite fun. And we actually have a little bit of a caper where the rest of the squad are trying to steal the re-uppment papers, because Taylor has kind of told them that he was coerced into doing it, when in reality he did it off his own back. And it makes for a somewhat of a you know, a fun episode to a degree. This also is moving away from the Firebase Ladybird into kind of a more sort of larger sort of encampment, sort of a bit further back. So that's obviously where changing a little bit of the mythology of the sort of series as well. Maybe what doesn't work for this movie, the action's relatively light on this one. We do have a kind of a few scenes at the beginning of the movie, basically kind of showing you how good a soldier Taylor is at this point. But other than that, there's a small incursion with some VC in kind of towards the end of the episode, but it's relatively a character piece. So if you're looking for a lot of action in this particular episode, then there's really not a lot here, to be honest with you. I do feel there are some. Again, this is a TV show, but some of the kind of the thefts that the men do seem to go unpunished, which I don't know if I was quite buying. Even though it was obviously meant to be to prove a moral point, they still committed a crime, and I can't imagine the military would kind of just look over that, to be honest with you. But it's a fun episode, and some great character moments. It's maybe somewhat of a filler, but it's a good character spotlight on Taylor. I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave me a comment, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.